All right. Hello. I'm so excited to see you all tonight.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, we're going to have an awesome call tonight. I know that you know that because you saw the graphic on the team page. And so I'm just going to really jump into things. But I mean, it's October 2nd. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter of our business. And I'm really excited because I see so many of you embracing this concept of the 90 days, the last 90-day challenge with Rachel Hollis, but you're also taking that into your business and using that to promote like getting your butt in gear for the last 90 days of the year and do it with me. And I love that because it's genius. And I will talk more about that tonight when I get into your social media plan because I think it's really smart. But as I kind of started, I think it was last month, I started our team call with a lot of recognition. And that's
what better way to start?
That's what I'm going to do tonight because
this
is super fun. Okay. So I'm going to get this pulled up. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to start the call and oh my gosh. Okay. So I started last week with this and I was like, okay, I have to start again because I want to take us back to our purpose and remind us of why we're fighting so hard in this business. Whether or not we have monetary goals or we have these big, dream big visionary goals, it all starts with helping people. And that's each of these starfish on the beach. We as a team, one by one, can grab a starfish and throw it back into the ocean and save people, save lives one at a time. And it only happens if we see that each individual person and what they need and the solution that we can connect them to one person at a time. And that is what we do as coaches. Like as coaches, we change lives. Like at the end of the day, we change lives. We're changing our own lives because we've fallen in love with these products. We trust and believe in them, but we share them with other people. We share them with our best friends, our family members, the people that we meet at the grocery store, our neighbors, our colleagues. We share them with people that we eventually will meet on social media. And because of that, we're able to one by one save lives, throw those starfish back into the ocean. And I just want to connect you with that because tonight, this call is all about that. The Fit Fighter Nation, like you are a part of the Fit Fighter Nation if you're on this call. You're part of Sparta Nation if you're on this call. As Sparta Nation coaches, we show up. We lean into the tribe. We come to team calls even if it's inconvenient. We send the invitations even if it's a hard day, even if life gets in the way. And we're Fit Fighter Nation coaches because we believe in others before they believe in themselves. And that's probably how you started your journey. And that's probably why you're here today because someone, your coach, believed that you could do this even when you hoped that you could, but before you believed that you could. And that's what we do as coaches. We believe in others before they believe in themselves. And so I want to prove to you that as a coach, anything is possible in terms of what you can accomplish as a coach, but what you can also accomplish on your own journey. And so I have to first spotlight Casey Withers, who is always at the top of the Success Club leaderboard, okay, on our team. And she was again in the month of September, okay, a really challenging month. And Casey was like, boom, she's at the top of the Success Club leaderboard. Casey's a full-time elementary school teacher, and she has 4 children, and her husband works an opposite shift of what she works at school. Like Joe is not home when she is home. So she's kind of like a single mom most days with 4 kids and a full-time job as an elementary school teacher. And she actually happens to teach elementary school in the school that I went to school in for elementary school. So I think that's kind of cool. And Casey and I met because of social media, not because of Corden Elementary School. But what's cool about Casey is that what she's able to do as a coach, changing lives, showing up for her own journey as she gives to her family. Casey provides, like, because of her coaching business, and enter disclaimer that you have to work hard for it. Okay. It doesn't just fall in your lap. Casey works really freaking hard. Okay. Is that she's able to provide Christmas for her family. When it comes to buying birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, she's like, I got this. It doesn't come out of the salary income from their jobs. She's also able to take her family on a really cool, awesome, all-inclusive Mexican vacation
every year.
Mm-hmm.
And horse riding lessons.
Yeah, and she does a lot for her family. And so she's using her coaching business for her own journey and accountability to change lives, to impact her community. But because she does that, she's able to greatly impact and give her children what she wants to give them, and a lot of really awesome family experiences. And so I wanted to celebrate Casey for that, because she is the true epitome of that anything is possible.
When I just think of, look at this picture. Like this picture would not have been possible without her beach body.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Casey lives like in the like teeny tiniest small towns of small towns.
Yeah.
Like she lives in Crawford County, Indiana. I wish you knew.
Good.
No, she does. She has to like go out in her gravel driveway and like hold her phone out here to like get cell service some days. You know, like I just think it's really cool what Casey's been able to do with the business. So this is what's possible as well when you commit yourself to your personal journey. I know a lot of us have been like shouting out Alicia and using her results, but Alicia blows my mind every single day, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm so proud of you, Alicia. Alicia came to me because she was a lead. Beachbody has the customer lead program. When you're an Emerald or higher coach and you're hitting Success Club, Beachbody gives you free customers, the people that come to our company without a coach, that go to the website and buy a product or buy a program and say, sure, I'd love free access to a coach. Well, Alicia was one of those people from Louisiana. And Beachbody said, hey, Erin, here's Alicia. She's your customer. And I added her to my email list, and I started reaching out to her. And all of a sudden one day, Alicia was like, okay, Erin, I need help. And so Alicia has, and these are just her results from Lift 4. Alicia started with me a while ago, and she's lost over 50 pounds on this journey. But you can see what happens when you commit to your personal journey. And I just had to shout her out. Anything is possible. Oh my gosh, Carrie, I hope you're on this call, or I hope somebody's messaging you right now, okay? Like, girlfriend, you're killing it. You guys, Carrie's been talking.
Look at this.
Freaking amazing, okay? Like, you guys, Beachbody, the Beachbody Challenge program, Beachbody Corporate's been talking to Carrie because they're wanting to use her results on a public level, on a community level. They're wanting like to talk to her and learn more about what she's been doing. This is so amazing, you guys. Carrie's on our team. Look what she's been able to accomplish with Beachbody programs, working with a coach, being in an accountability group, and using Shakeology. Blows my mind. Like, I saw this. Megan Harrell is Carrie's coach. And Megan posted these, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, we've got to shout Carrie out on the team call. Like, I'm so freaking proud of you, girl.
Message her tonight.
Yeah, message her tonight.
Just say
girl.
Congrats and
keep it up. Yep. You're freaking awesome.
Yep.
Okay. But like, remember though, like, this is a reminder too, to enter your results and ask your challengers to enter the results into the Beachbody Challenge, because it doesn't have to be an astronomical weight loss. It's just a story of transformation. And they could win money. Like, seriously. I mean, this is so cool. Like,
Carrie, smile.
Carrie could be part of a really
smile.
Cool, awesome prize at the end of this. So this is really cool. Okay. And then, okay. Yay. I'm so glad Lily's here. I'm so glad Jenny's watching this. I know. I didn't tell Lily she was going to be on the team call tonight. I don't think she's on the team call, but anything is possible. When Jenny became a coach, Jenny Fellows became a coach, she never knew how it was going to impact her family. She never knew how it was going to impact her life. And now her daughter has turned 18, and now she's a coach. Week. Right? I think it's been maybe more than a week. I don't
2
know.
weeks,
okay, whatever. Lily just turned 18, and now she's a coach. Like, this is freaking awesome. Okay? Like,
no, hold on. Not only did she just become a coach, but Lily's life has been changed the last 3 or 4 years. She started with 22-minute hardcore.
Yeah.
Her, Jenny, correct me, her sophomore year, I think, freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Like, she is a living, breathing coach before she could become a coach.
Because her
That's
mom.
what's so cool.
Because her mom was taking care of herself. You know, Lily's a varsity cheerleader because she saw her mom reaching out of her comfort zone. And she was like, well, I can do that too. Lily's done things that I wish I would have been brave enough to do, having an example of a mother like Jenny is. So like freaking amazing. Like when we're coaches, you guys, we're making such an impact even for our own families. We're leaving this incredible legacy of what it is to live a healthy, fulfilling life, but a brave life and a life of pursuing your dreams. And I just love that like Lily's joining us, and who the heck knows where this is going to take Lily. Like I just go back and I think I've been in this business for 6 years. Like, what's this going to look like for her in 6 years? It blows my mind, you know? And so anything is possible. It's
this
so
is our
cool.
first, we've had a lot of
young kids join us.
We have welcomed our parents.
Yeah.
But this is the first time a parent has welcomed their kid that I know of.
For a while. Yeah. Yeah. It's like really cool.
Ready to start coaching.
I know. It's really neat. I love it. I think it's really cool. It just paints the picture like anything is possible. Yep. Okay. So let's get into just shouting out some of our teammates. Okay. So if like you have any coaches that are on this board, absolutely shout them out. We are super proud of you. We are so freaking aware that September was like so hard. And it seems like you guys made it happen. You changed lives. You made sure that you were working hard. You got points on the board. And I know that some of you who are on this board are like, I didn't make it happen. I didn't hit Success Club. Guess what? You changed 1 or 2 lives, and that's amazing. Together, you guys changed 48 lives in the month of September. Okay, no, 48 coaches had points on the board, 60 lives were changed. Yep. That's awesome. I don't want you to ever downplay that, because each of those people matter so much, and we are so proud of you. And then these are our coaches who achieve Success Club 10 or higher, or 5 or higher. And we have our Casey, and then myself and Natalie were the top life changers in the month of September. But we had 22 coaches who achieved Success Club, 87 lives changed. Our team as a total changed 147 lives. It's amazing, you guys. I can tell that September is already off to like a different start. Kind of for whatever reason, I don't know if you feel what I feel, but people are ready. Yeah. People are ready right now. And I'm excited about that, because I think October is going to be amazing with the Shift Shop launch, and then getting ready for the end of the year and Transform 20. I think a lot of amazing things are in store. So we have our Star Diamond coaches. These are the Star Diamond coaches at the end of September. The coaches who are a diamond, but they also have sponsored 1 or more diamonds on their team and their organization. This is an amazing accomplishment. This means that we have leaders growing other leaders on the team. This needs to be your goal, to not only be a diamond coach, but beyond that, in helping other coaches achieve diamond and higher, helping people help people. That's what we want to do. Throw as many starfish back into the ocean as we can. And then we also have, look at this, all these people. Like, isn't this amazing? All these diamond coaches in our team. Like, this is so cool. And I know Brittany's on here for the first time. And then I know, let's see who else. Michelle's on here for the first time. So this is a really cool, graphic of a lot of hard work and a lot of people who are helping a lot of people.
20 diamond coaches.
It's very, very cool. Awesome. If your picture's not on here, make sure it's on here the next time.
We got some room.
I know. We definitely have room.
We can make the graphic
we can make it happen. Okay. And then making sure that we recognize a lot of other awesome, cool things that are happening. So Brittany Knapp, since the last team call, is a new diamond coach on our team. Yay! Way to go, Brittany Knapp. Okay, Brittany, like legit, like I was in Disneyland and she's like, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. It's going to happen. And I'm like, okay. And it happened. Like, I'm so proud of her. She set a goal. She set a deadline for herself, and she was brave, and she made this happen.
3.5 months as a coach.
3.5 months as a coach. So diamond can happen on your own timeline, but man, there are coaches making it happen in six weeks, 8 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Like, this is amazing. So proud of you, Brittany. Okay. And then we also had another, hold on.
There you go.
There we go. I think I must have gone past a few of them. So we also had Michelle Lewis, a new diamond coach. I'm so proud of you, Michelle. Like, literally, I know Brittany and Michelle both were in our Diamond Blitz group. They worked so hard. And I love seeing, like, last month we had 7 new diamond coaches because of our Diamond Blitz group. And the carryover of that was Michelle and was also Brittany. So I love to see that they continue to apply what they learned in the Diamond Blitz group, and they made it happen. And then this is when I went past to So, oh my gosh, Jenny, here's your coach, Michelle. Michelle made Emerald happen this month as well. So proud of you, Michelle. This is just the first stop on your way to many great things in your business. So proud of you. Okay. And then maybe you had other coaches achieve Emerald, but I didn't see them recognized on the team page. So make sure you recognize people on the Fit Fighter Nation page so I can get their picture, so I can make sure that we get to recognize them on the team calls. Okay. And then this is just an amazing graphic to remind you that, you guys, anything is possible if you just keep going. Sometimes we give up right before we hit those diamonds. Sometimes we give up right before we're going to hit that jackpot. We're going to hit that goal. We're going to hit Success Club. We're going to change that first life. We're going to cover the cost of our Shakeology because we hit a roadblock or an obstacle or things get hard. But if you just keep digging, if you just keep going, you'll make that happen. And all of those leaders that you just saw, they just keep going. And that is the key to success. You just never give up and you keep going. And then last but not least, I'm almost done here. I promise that I'm going to turn over to Erica. Is that we had our Diamond Leadership Retreat. What did I call it? Fit Fighter Nation Leadership Retreat at our home in Noblesville. And it was so amazing. And these coaches literally are the epitome of awesome, high vibe leaders on our team. And I'm so proud of them. And it was so amazing to open up our home and have their energy and their spirit and just have them in our home and be able to host them. And they earned this retreat because they were diamond or higher. They had achieved Success Club. They had been consistently adding and recruiting coaches and adding to their team. These are the coaches that are making a lot of awesome things happen in their business, a lot of movement in their business. And we got to spend a weekend with them. And saving a lot of starfish, and it was really incredible. So I just had to take a second to recognize them. And I didn't change the next graphic. I forgot to revise it a little bit, but we're excited to be able to do a little bit more for our team in 2019. Okay. And so remember, anything is possible. Okay. We are going to be hosting, Erica and I, along with Julie Voris and April Keever, are going to be hosting this training group called the Diamond Shift. Registration is open right this second.
Open today.
If you are a coach on our team that is ready to get to the next level in your business, that means you're saying, I want to get to diamond, the rank of diamond or higher. You're saying, I'm ready to earn extra income. I'm ready to build a foundation. I'm ready to help more people. I'm ready to help people. Like, I'm ready to do more with this. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You don't need to have it all lined up.
To be selfish and say, this will make me extra income for the holidays.
Yeah.
This is my motivation. This is paying for Christmas right here.
It's totally fine.
It's okay to say that.
No, and let me say that.
It is okay to say that.
And it's okay to be like, I just want to be diamond.
Yep.
Because that's
and I'm going to make that money to pay for all the Christmas presents, and we're done.
It's okay.
Yep.
So this is a 6-week group where we're going to just hold you accountable to taking action. It's not going to be a ton of extra time, a ton of extra videos, a ton of extra training. We're just going to be like, let's set some goals, let's take some action.
You're the right.
Make it
Great
happen.
Steps.
Okay. And that is starting on Monday, October 8th. So you want to go either the Spartan Nation page or the Fit Fighter Nation page. I've posted it in both places, the application. Apply. Do it. Why not? Why not let the last 90 days of your year be the best in your business, the most focused in your business, with big, hairy, scary goals that maybe you're not sure how it's going to happen, but you're like, why the hell not? Because diamond literally is that next step in your business where you're like, I'm here and I'm ready to do this. Yep. And whether or not, and you're still saying, I'm a part-time coach, I'm a hobby coach, but I'm ready to help more people. I'm ready to make a little bit more money with this. I'm ready to do more. And that's saying, okay, let's get to diamond. And when you get to diamond, amazing things happen for your team. Like, I want you to know that. I'm going to be really transparent. When you get to diamond, it helps your coach It helps your team. It helps our entire team. It helps other new coaches see what is possible. And so allow yourself to be the example. Allow yourself to be the leader. Give yourself permission to take a freaking chance on yourself and your dreams and your goals, and just do it. So the deadline is Friday at midnight. And when you work with Julie Voris, it's a deadline. Okay. It's not like, oh, sorry, you forgot. Sure, you can get in later. Don't even play that game. Okay. So like, make sure that you and all of your coaches know, like, Friday at midnight that's it. Okay. Like, Eric and I know that, like, don't mess with the Julie Voris deadline. You're there. Okay. So seriously, like, do it. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us and let us know.
And that other part, you're the next team call.
Yeah.
You're that person who are saying, this is the new diamond.
Yeah.
You're that next team call, just like.
I mean, what if like the next team call, like your picture was up there?
Yep. Let that be you. Okay.
Let's do it.
Right,
like, can you see that? I know, we got to get moving. Okay. But this is really cool. Okay.
Okay. This is like, we've downplayed this, like trying to get through it, but this is our biggest part, guys.
Do you
look at,
do you want to know?
I may start crying.
No, don't stop.
But
okay.
You read the first line.
Yeah.
And I asked Erin to change the graphic because she had it as the second line. And I'm like, a dream is a wish your heart makes.
Mm-hmm.
That is the first line.
Mm-hmm.
That we have a special place for Disney in our heart.
We sure do.
And we want to share that with our team.
We want to share it with our team.
For the first time.
But it has to be something really big.
So, okay.
We're not just going to take y'all there.
Nope. So there you go.
Okay, so I am going to lead by example and set a big, hairy, scary, audacious goal, which is a BHAG. Okay, a big, hairy, scary, audacious goal that I have no clue how it's going to I know how it's going to happen, but I have no proof. I do have proof. I don't exactly have everything lined up.
You don't have all the steps.
I don't have all the steps. At this stage in the game, I have no clue. Okay, but why not put it into the universe and tell you about it? Okay, and like make my armpit sweat right now. Okay, so I'm so uncomfortable and nervous and excited sharing this with you. Okay, so I've always wanted to, I've always felt from day one that this team was going to be a superstar diamond team. And I want to get clear, especially if you're a new-ish coach or newer coach, like being a superstar diamond team as Fit Fighter Nation team means my first business center is a 15-star, which not all of you are my personally sponsored coaches or on my first business center. The people who are on there, they know, okay? I want to be able to set this goal, but for it to benefit and to encourage and to inspire the entire team. And that's kind of why I've been struggling with this, because I want everybody to come together and fight together and be proud of the coaches who make this happen. And I want those coaches to like really freaking like push for it because they have the power of the team behind them. And so I've set this goal. Okay. When our first CBC becomes a superstar diamond team, we're going to Disney. Okay. And I can't just say it like that because then it could happen 5 years from now. I have to put a deadline to it. We got to put a deadline to our goals, which I'm sure Erica will tell you that tonight. Okay. So I'm saying if we begin or when we begin our superstar diamond qualifications on April 18th and hold it for 6 weeks, because when you're advancing in a star diamond rank in this business, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So like Brittany Knapp is a diamond on her first CBC. She's got to hold her diamond for 6 weeks in order for our larger team to advance or to make progress in rank, whatever it is, what it is. Okay. So Brittany has a lot of pressure on her. She's got to hold it. Jessica needs to get back to diamond. And
they need everybody's help.
And so they need everybody's help. They need everybody's high vibes. They need everybody pushing them. Okay. So I don't want this to just be like my PS coach thing. I want to be able to expand it into a one layer below that. Okay. So like, here's the way this is going to roll. Okay. And it's not going to It's every single member of our team is not going to be able to earn this. And that, I just have to say, it is what it is. Okay. Then use this as your motivation to let yourself do the exact same thing for your team. Okay. So all of my personally sponsored coaches who are a diamond coach during our entire 6-week superstar qualification will earn a trip to Disney. So if and when our team becomes a superstar, all of those coaches who are my PS coaches who are a diamond, whether you're on the second or third CBC, and you are a diamond during all 6 weeks of our qualification, you're going to go to Disney with us. Okay. But then I wanted to be able to extend it beyond that, because I do believe that there is a power in the team helping the team. And so I want to say this, and I want to be really specific, and I'm going to make a graphic so everybody can understand this, and I'll talk about it until you understand it, but I'm not going to be able to get into all the details tonight. But basically, if you're a PS of mine, you're going to be able to invite a PS of yours. Okay, so like, for example, Erica is my PS coach. She's going to be able to bring one of her PS coaches who's also a new diamond, who qualifies the same way that my PS coaches do. 6 weeks, superstar diamond qualification. She's got a coach who's a diamond and holding it all 6 weeks, who's a new diamond. Because Erica needs a new freaking diamond to step up. Megan needs a new freaking diamond to step up. Jenny needs Lily, or another new diamond to step up, right? Like, so let me use this trip. Let us use this trip to help our PS coaches create other leaders within their teams as well.
Which only helps the entire
helps everybody
team.
else out. Yeah. Okay, so there's all kinds of little things we've thought about, and we'll talk about this with our PS team, but we're freaking going to Disney in 2019. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
No, you missed the bullet.
It's okay. We got to move on. Okay, so we're going to spend some time in Disney together. We're going to have our own house. We're going to have so much fun.
We're going to have an awesome dinner.
So tonight, we're going to get to this mastermind. Okay, we celebrated. We've talked about the future. We've painted a vision for where we're going. Okay, we know we're saving starfish, and it all comes down to very simple tactical steps. And I've intentionally chosen our speakers tonight, you guys, Erica, because she has earned, and she will be joining me at the Team Beachbody Leadership Retreat this week in Vegas for like the 4th or 5th year in a row. I can't even remember. Like, that's amazing. Right? Okay, so amazing. And then Courtney is her qualified guest, which is amazing that Courtney was able to be a qualified guest. It means her business is a 1-star diamond or higher. Okay, Lindsay is my qualified guest. That means her business is a 1-star diamond or higher. So like, we got a massive, cool, awesome team that's going to be representing you in Vegas this week.
Starting tomorrow. They get there tomorrow.
Lindsay and I get there tomorrow. I know that. And so representing your team in Vegas. And so I wanted these girls to lead tonight because you need to hear from them, because you need to see what these girls are doing, what they're thinking, what they're doing in their business, and hear and learn from them and not just me. Okay. And so tonight we're just going to kind of go over what our October game plan is for success, to hopefully share with you what yours could be. Okay. And so we're going to start with Erica, and she's going to talk about setting your goals for the month. And then Courtney's going to break it down and tell you what it looks like as a business plan. I'm going to tell you what it looks like as a social media plan. And then Lindsay, who's awesome at this, is going to talk about what your personal growth plan and your business growth plan should look like as well. And so we hope to give you a lot of awesome, tangible information tonight that's going to help you. Okay, so I am so done talking for now. Like, that was way too long. I'm so sorry, Erica. Okay, girlfriend. Okay, I'm going to like exit this presentation and stop sharing my screen and turn it over to you, sister, because you're going to get us started. All right, take it away.
All right. Hey, you guys. I just want to say before I get started that there is nobody else that I would show up for the night before I'm getting ready to head out to Vegas for leadership. There's nobody I would show up for except you guys. So, hey, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You guys have, I feel like, seen a lot of me recently, but that's okay, because that means that we have some amazing momentum happening on our team. And I'm really excited to be sharing about goals, because I think goals are so incredibly important. And if you take nuggets from this call, please take nuggets from all of it, but take it from the goals section and build upon that, because you won't be able to structure a business plan or a growth plan or a social media plan if you don't have goals. So first and foremost, we just need to understand the value and the importance of setting goals, but then making a plan to work towards those goals, getting to work, being consistent, and then that is when you will reach that goal. Okay, and so we have 90 days left in the year, which is ridiculous. I want to focus tonight, though, on October, because luckily in our business, we kind of look at our business as like 12 mini years within a year, which is really cool. I mean, if September was good to you, you can, be grateful. But if it wasn't, then you can say, okay, I need to learn the lessons that I was meant to learn from September and now adjust my sales for October. So whatever happened in September, you got to bless and release it. I know that I had a lot of coaches who were not pleased with exactly how things turned out in September. You got to let it go. Okay, it's a brand new month, brand new opportunities, brand new chance for you to change lives. So you got to wipe the slate clean. Okay, and what I want you guys to think about is, what are the things you want personally, and what are the things you want in this business? And what would you be willing to put time into over these next 31 days, or I guess 29 days, to further yourself personally and to further yourself in this business? And what's really cool is once you determine what your goals are personally and professionally, you can start then to kind of backwards design and say, like, okay, which activities do I need to be doing today that are going to move me closer to my goals? All right. So we're going to kind of look big, and then we're going to look small. Like, what on a large scale do I want to accomplish this month? And then what on a smaller scale do I need to do on a daily basis, weekly basis in order to make that happen? So hopefully that makes sense. Ultimately, in the next 5 minutes or so, I would love for you guys to kind of have a couple, with the goal being 3 personal goals, and also moving in the direction of having 3 business goals. Okay. So I think it's as equally important that we take care of ourselves. And I know that Lindsay's going to dive into kind of that growth plan. And I'm really glad about that, because I think she's going to be able to dive further into what specific things can happen on a daily basis for you to grow yourself. But I think you've got to be taking care of yourself, your family, your spouse, your kids, your home, just as much as you take care of this business, because otherwise you really are going to burn out. Okay. And so it's as equally as important as you look at, okay, what does my morning time look like? And I presented about that on the Sparta call on Sunday, and it went really well. If you haven't had a chance to watch that recording or weren't able to tune in live, I highly recommend it, because I think the greatest gift you can give yourself is an hour in the morning before everybody wakes up, before you have to get going for your day, before, all the craziness of life happens. So for me, my miracle morning time, I put it in my calendar every day, 6 a.m., m.m., and I block out an hour of time. That's my miracle morning time. I go through just, like I do when I pick my kids up, when I take them to school and everything like that is like a permanent in my calendar every single day, miracle morning. It's just an MM in my calendar, okay? Because that is a huge, massive priority to me. And I know that when I don't set time aside for that, then I suffer, and my business suffers, and my life suffers, and my family suffers. Okay. So that's something that you could put down for your personal goals. I also think you got to think about like time spent with your spouse. What does that look like? I mean, I know Erin was talking about Casey, and her husband's schedule is like, completely in opposition to her schedule. So, her finding time for her spouse is probably is few and far between, but nonetheless, very, very important. What kind of mom you want to be? Are you wanting to have undivided hands-free time with your kids? I mean, that might be something you want to put down. I know for me, that's really important, that there's this disconnect, electronics free time in the whole house. Okay. And so I really, really think that our personal goals can go towards, cultivating the relationships that we want to have with people, those very important people in our lives. But when I think about personal goals, I really think those need to be things that are going to help us become a better version of ourselves. And maybe for you, like your workouts, getting your workouts in, that's not your habit just yet. And so make sure you're getting in your workout, put your workout, getting in my workout, 5 days a week, or according to the calendar of Insanity Max 30 that I'm not exactly sure why I committed to right now, but I did. And so maybe that is one of those things that you put on your personal goals. Okay, but I think it's really important to have 3 goals that you work towards on a daily basis that will help you personally. Okay, and again, Lindsay's going to share more about that. But when it comes to business goals, I think we've got to set 3 goals, and I think we have to say like, okay, these are my goals, and whether it's Success Club or Success Club 10 or 20 or whatever, for me, it's personally going to be 20. I want to hit Success Club 20 this month, and I want to sign up 5 new coaches. Okay. It's totally possible with the work I did in September, with the work I've been doing all of these months leading up. And even if I started coaching today, I would be in a really great position because I have all these people that I've never shared this opportunity with before to reach out to and touch, right? So wherever you are in this journey, I don't want you to ever be discouraged. I want you to look at where you are as like a privilege and say, okay, I see all these stones that have been left unturned, and it's time for me to turn over the stones. It's time for me to save starfish. So I think you've got to set, and I'm not saying you have to set a Success Club goal. That's just, for me personally, something that's really important to me, numbers. And now that's a monthly goal. Okay. Now maybe perhaps I want to sell a challenge pack a week, or I want to sign up a coach a week, or whatever it is for you. But I do think that having something connected to numbers is important because, because those numbers are going to be trackable. Okay. If you say like, I just want to have my best month ever. Yeah, that's great. We all want to have our best month ever, but how are you going to track that? Like, what does that mean? And yeah, like Erin said, feel free to go ahead and share your goals in the chat section, because I think what we're going to find is our goals are on all over the place, right? We all have a different goal in this business, and it could be income. Perhaps you have an income goal of wanting to earn $500 a week or whatever as you're saving up for the holidays. And what's really special about this time of year, this is just a little side note, and then I'm going to keep it moving here because I'm on track and focused, right? But I signed up with Beachbody 6 years ago, October, which is crazy. And I signed up as a coach December, like the first week of December. And immediately I started seeing income. I started seeing $50, $100 here and there. And my Beachbody money is what paid for Christmas that first year of coaching. And I tell that story all the time because it's so near and dear to my heart. Every year up until that year, I had to put my Christmas gifts on my Kohl's card. Okay. I had to put it on my Kohl's card. I'm sure I had a coupon, but I had to put it on my Kohl's card. All right. And my first year of coaching was the very first time that I was able to pay for Christmas in cash. And so you guys, it's totally possible. There's people who could sign up this month and by December be hitting Success Club on your team, but they're not going to know unless you have the balls and the tenacity and the courage to reach out to them now. All right. So we've got to get brave, and we've got to let go of whatever is holding us back. So I also think that it's incredibly important to get in that diamond group. I mean, I'm kind of, again, going off on a little tangent here, but you guys, the diamond group is absolutely going to be where the energy of the leaders and the leadership will be in October. I wore this shirt in honor of all the diamonds that will advance in the next 90 days, because it's absolutely going to happen. Whether it happens to you or coaches on your team, it's up to you and the coaches on your team, but you're never going to know if it's meant to be you now if you don't try and if you don't go all in, because honestly, you have nothing to lose. And so I'm so incredibly excited about what's going to happen in our Diamond Shift group. But guys, make that one of your business goals. Get yourself in there. If you're already diamond and you're solid, then your goal is to get some of your coaches in there. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 5, maybe it's whatever. I personally put down that I want to mentor 5 new diamonds in my downline in October, because I think it's absolutely possible, and I know it's possible. All right. And that's all connected to the Diamond Shift. So, but here's the thing that you have to do once you establish those 3 monthly goals. You then have to look at your daily activity, and you need to see if what you have scheduled in your daily activity is congruent with your monthly goals. All right. And so my goals are to hit Success Club 20 and to sign up 5 new coaches and to help 5 of my diamonds in my downline advance to diamond. So what's that going to require of me on a daily basis? Well, that's going to require me to do invites first, then coffee every day. Invites first, then coffee. I send a minimum of 10 invites every single day because I need to talk to more people, to get more people in my pipeline, to get more people conversing about this blessing that we have to offer. So right then and there, I know that invites are a must. Boom, first thing. Okay. I also know that I need to add at least 100 people. This is just a number that I decided on because that's what feels right to me. I need to add 100 people. That's like an average of 3 a day to Facebook. And I did say Facebook and not Instagram because, for me, Facebook is working for me. And so I'm going to continue to keep pouring into Facebook right now. Okay. If you have an Instagram game plan, go for it. Then do that. Then set your goal according to that. But for me, it's that I'm going to add 100 new friends on Facebook. All right. So you want to make sure. And so then to break that down, that would be 25 people a week. So I want to add 25 a week. So I'm going to break it down weekly. So what would that be? That would be 3 to 4 people a day. So you want to sit down there and you want to add, you want to look at it as a week or a day. Like I know a lot of you guys work full time or work, outside of the home or whatever. So maybe you do these like work blitzes like I used to do when I was a full-time teacher where I would like work really hard a couple days a week on my coaching business. If that's the case, then you need to adjust accordingly. All right. The last thing I want to say, and then I'm going to turn it over because I see the time and I respect your time. And I know we have a lot of girls who have more things to say that you're going to love. But here's the gut check that I want you to write this down. Okay. You ready? Get your pencils ready. This is what you need to ask yourself every day, every minute, every hour, every week, every day. Does this choice, action, mindset bring me closer to or further away from my goals? Does this choice, action, or mindset bring me closer to or further away from my goals? It's so important, you guys, that everything that we do to sit down in this business or in growing ourselves and evolving as people, we need to recognize that everything we do has the power to either bring us closer to our goal or take us away from it, including our mindset. My mindset almost got the best of me in September. You did not want to talk to me those last few days of September because I was not a happy camper. I felt defeated. I was angry, and I see babies there around, and so I'm going to say angry. I was angry. And so I had to make a decision. Does this mindset move me closer to my goals or further away? Well, duh, it's moving me away from my goals. So kick it to the curb, snap out of it, use whatever growth plan Lindsay's about to share with us and make it happen and keep working towards those goals. Okay, with that, my loves, I'm going to turn it over to my beautiful soul sister, Courtney. I'm so excited to experience her first leadership, my fourth leadership. But I'm so excited to be able to share this with Courtney because it's so much better when you get to share it with friends. So yay. All right, sister, let's hear from you, babe, on your business plan.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right. I'm on a phone and a computer and an iPad due to technical difficulties. So you might see my name like 5,000 times. So just disregard that. Hopefully you can see my face as well. So Erica, first of all, thank you. I'm so excited to go to Vegas. We are getting close. We leave on Thursday. And I'm so excited to share that with all of you as well. As Erica talked about, goals are the first step to assure that you can move forward with your business. So as she talked about all of those thought processes and things that you need to think about as it relates to goals, it's a perfect segue to take that piece, setting goals, which is first, and then take them and figure out how in the heck do you achieve them? So Erica went into some ideas that she has, but what I'm going to do just for a couple minutes is talk about it in reference to a business plan. So I did some homework and I also happened to work on the business side in regards to human resources. So I pulled out some of my business knowledge there. At the end of the day, the first thing I want to do for you guys, and again, I'm not trying to school you, I promise. I know it's late and this is past my bedtime, but I want to make sure we all know what a business plan actually is. And then I want to get into how to go about actually creating it, quickly and giving you some tips there. And then even more specifically, and I'll do so quickly, talk about October and through the end of the year and some suggestions to assure that you can meet those goals and achieve those goals that Erica talked about before. So first of all, what is a business plan? Literally, it's very simple. A business plan is a document, or in this case, maybe it's an iPad or on your phone. Maybe you take notes, or maybe you're writing on a piece of paper, but it's literally a document that outlines your goals, which again, that's what Erica talked about, and how, keyword how, you will achieve them. What is the strategy and the plan that you will use to achieve those goals? That is all that it is. Now, there can be a business plan for the next 5 years. There can be a business plan for the next 2 days. There can be a business plan for the next month. What first you need to do is to decide, what time frame am I making that business plan? And what I'd recommend to start, especially because Erica talked a lot about October goals, is focus on October. Now, I am going to give you a few tips about being a little bit more strategic than that in October. So sometimes it does really help to think beyond just October in order to be successful in this business. But for the sake of this exercise, let's kind of stick to a 1-month business plan. So if you do not know what I'm talking about and you're like, I think I have a business plan. What's a business plan? You can literally Google business plan template. There's one that's called Lean Plan, and it's a 1-pager, and you literally use it. Or just write notes on a piece of paper. But at the end of the day, I want you to write down 3 things as it relates to creating your business plan. Assuming we've already set our goals. So assume we've already done that. The first thing I want you to write down is create, and that means create the plan. The second is work the plan. So we've got create the plan, work the plan, and then the last one is live the plan. So we've got create, we've got work, we've got live. And what I'm going to do right now, and again, I know that we're pressed for time, is give you some ideas on how you can do those 3 things and assure that you're successful for the month. So first of all, create the plan. You literally got to write it down. You literally need to take a look at a calendar if you haven't, understand exactly where all of the launches are. So for example, just as an example, we know that on October 8th, the new 80-day workouts are going to be available. So as you're thinking about your business plan, we know that on October 8th, there's a huge opportunity for people on HD. So what is it that you're going to do between now and then and even thereafter in order to emphasize that particular launch? Another example, Shift Shop. Obviously, if you haven't been on BOD, there's some sample workouts. But on October 22nd, there's going to be new Proving Ground workouts. What are you doing in the creation of your plan to set up for that launch? Okay, so think about what the key dates are within October, and we are very blessed and fortunate in October that there's a lot of things that are going to hit, not to mention that Lift 4 is automatically on there. Think about those things as you create your plan, okay? And I'll get into, okay, what are you talking, what am I actually going to create? But you need to think, you need to understand, what are those key dates? What are the key product launches? What are those things that are going to help give you momentum as you work the business? So then we've got work the plan, and I give that a purple heart because that purple is my favorite color, and you know my love of hearts because that's where the action's at. I want you all to look yourself in the eye right now, or in a mirror or something, and I want you to ask yourself, are you truly inviting to something? It's interesting because I asked that of a few of my coaches, great coaches. I asked them, how are things going? Well, it's a little bit tough, and I get it, September 2nd. Well, what are you inviting to? Well, I'm just kind of inviting people to join in a journey. Guys, you got to invite to something. So if you don't have a challenge group, or if you don't know what to invite to, please ask someone. Ask me, ask your coach. You've got to invite to something. If you only work in the broad sense, it becomes very difficult. So for me, as an example, and for several members of Heartstrong as an example, we are doing something called hashtag N2018 Strong. And it is going from now until the end of the year. However, we now have it set up that new challengers, and thanks to Jenny and Megan around this as well, but new challengers can start every single Monday. So the concept is that we are always inviting to something, but we don't have the, oh my gosh, I have to wait 2 months to invite somebody because I'm in the middle of a program right now. So every single Monday, new challengers can begin. So I'm inviting to a new challenge group, even though it's all within the same challenge group, from now until the end of the year. Now we are spicing it up because we don't want it to get bored. So we're creating pods of people that are doing the same workouts. We're doing mini challenges. So for example, we're in the holiday season, guys. Think strategy. We've got Planksgiving. You can do plank challenges. We are working through doing Santa squat challenge, some giveaways and virtual workouts within the challenge group. The goal is not only to keep people moving and through the new year, but also to bring in new people on a weekly basis from now until the end of the year. So again, our plan and what I'm working on right now is just assuring that I always have something. Literally today, I can invite somebody to start on Monday, all the way through the end of the year. So again, not everybody, this is actually the first time I've done it that way as much. Usually I'm a monthly challenge group person, but I'm finding from the programs that are coming out and the ongoing momentum in the holidays that this is proving to be pretty successful so far. Moral of the story, though, is knowing those deadlines in which those programs are going to come out is key to creating that plan, right? It's key to working that plan. When you say you're doing 20 invites, what are you inviting to? When you say you're doing 60 invites, what are you inviting to? Also, like I mentioned, think short and long term. So in my mind right now, and of course I'm biased, but in my mind right now, as I'm creating my business plan, even into January, I know that Shaun T is going to launch Transform 20. And yes, I'm very excited personally, but what are you doing in your challenge groups now, November, and definitely December to prepare for that launch? You should be thinking about that and writing that into your October plan. And that's where we get a little bit more into a long term. So think through that. Think of how you can take different activities and different efforts with your team to get ready for even January, because we know that this is a month-by-month business, but every new month you wake up at SC0 and an opportunity to invite new coaches. One other piece, because I'm really only talking on the challenge side, but the business plan encompasses more than just challenge groups. Hopefully you're growing or have the desire to grow a team. So within that business plan, there are certain things that the team is doing and planning on doing from now until the end of the year. And those need to be strategic and they need to be coordinated. So for example, I just want to give a for example and props to several team members on Heartstrong, but doing a little bit more work on Shakeology type seminars, having people come into our What in the World is Heartstrong page, which is kind of like a sneak peek page, and literally doing a virtual seminar or a virtual workout. We're also thinking through a trick or treat type of, like a Black Friday or trick or treat type fun where we have people buy things and get giveaways. I mentioned some of the mini challenges. Again, I say all these things, for ideas, but to be thinking about as you're building out your business plan, even in October. One more thing, and I'm reading through my millions of notes. I'm trying to go quick here. One more thing on the working the plan, and Erica touched on this, so I'm not going to go too much in there, but is to make sure that you schedule your time to work the plan, especially if you're busy, and I bet that's everybody. So I need you on your calendar, not just to say I'm going to invite 20 people, but I'm going to work my plan, and I'm going to do this, 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 and this to work it. I'm going to invite. I'm going to think short-term and long-term. I'm going to set up a new challenge group, whatever it may be. I'm going to do 25 follow-ups, whatever it may be, but you need to work that plan. Finally, live the plan. So I think Erin and Lindsay are going to get into more of the living of the plan, but I want to make sure you know that business plans do modify. They do change. What if you look at your business plan after a few days and you had set the goal and created a plan to hit SC5 by the 15th, but you already hit it? You better believe you should be modifying and changing your business plan because you can do more than that. And what if maybe you didn't hit that goal? You need to modify it. So a really, really effective business plan is a living and breathing document, one that you have by your side all of the time. It's not just a calendar, that's part of it, but it's the actual strategies and the how of how you're going to hit those goals. So with that, I'm going to stop because I think I could go on and on and on about a business plan, but please reach out. And at the end of the call, there'll be a little bit of a call to action there. All right.
Awesome. Yes, that was perfect. So we have our goals. We have a plan. Okay. So what's it look like on social media? Because that's where a lot of our plans, like a lot of the action steps are executed. And so I'm going to show you